In late summer, hundreds of streams and rivers along British Columbia's coastline await the arrival of thousands of salmon. And each year, thousands of people travel to these riversides to marvel at this event. Perhaps it is in watching their struggle to make it home, we somehow relate it to our own lives. And this is why, out of necessity, we must try and help with their journey home to spawn. Perhaps more than anything, it is the mystery of their movement. From their birth in the river, then out into unknown parts of the sea, the long return, straining back to the source that bred them. They pursue this destination with a relentless, tireless instinct. There are 7 species of salmon, and 5 are found on the BC coast: pink, coho, chum, sockeye, and largest of all salmon, the chinook. Their journey home leads them through a gauntlet of nets, hooks, killer whales, sea lions, and seals. The ones who make it home now face rapids, waterfalls, and more predators like bears, eagles, and seagulls. Most salmon stop feeding as they enter the streams and rivers on their way home to spawn. As they enter the stream, the salmon are healthy and strong. Once leaving the sea, they may travel as little as a few hundred meters and as much as 2,200 kilometers to the spawning grounds, depending on the species. Some salmon travel up to 80 kilometers per day. Their journey may take as long as a month. In their struggle upstream, the salmon will also gain elevation. This may be as little as a few meters to as much as 1,200 meters. The effort expended is astonishing. The salmon will burn up to 90% of their body fat and much of their protein reserves. The females will have lost over 30% of their body weight once spawning is completed. Throughout this process, both undergo attacks from other salmon, females protecting previously laid eggs, males without mates vying to spawn with the nearest female. After deciding on the right spot, the female turns on her side and with strong thrusts of her tail, she digs a nest, or redd, in the gravel. Having dug a trench up to 30 centimeters deep and a meter long, she is ready to spawn her first batch of eggs. Depending on the species, she will deposit a few hundred to 1,000 eggs in each redd. In total, from 1,500 to 8,000 eggs will be deposited in the stream bed by each female. As she prepares to lay her eggs, the male moves close to her side. Eggs and sperm are released simultaneously. Soft and transparent at first, the eggs quickly absorb water, which makes them firm and resilient to the elements. With instinct driving her forward, she moves upstream to begin digging the next redd. The gravel she displaces will in turn cover the eggs just laid. This will protect them against predators and the elements. It will also ensure that just enough water flow will provide oxygen as they incubate in the next few months. She and her mate will continue this series of redds for up to a week, moving upstream as they go. As they finish the last redd, she is spent. All her eggs have been laid and fertilized. Pushing forward, with mate still defending her, she starts excavation on her last redd. Curiously enough, this will never see any of her eggs, but it ensures coverage of the eggs just laid. The last gesture before they die in the stream from which they were born. Even after their death in the stream, the salmon contribute to the cycle of life. Their flesh will provide food and nutrients for other inhabitants in and along the streams. Some of these will in turn be prey for the thousands of hungry salmon smolts on their way to the ocean in the new year. In some streams the salmon enter, they encounter yet another obstacle. This one is unable to be cleared by even the strongest of salmon. Following the strength of the stream, they must divert into a spawning channel or holding tank. The gate provides a way to monitor and count the numbers of each species. The salmon are diverted to one side of the gate into a tunnel leading to large holding tanks. As the fish try to swim upstream, they must clear a man-made waterfall. This is constructed high enough that only the stronger jumpers will make it. The pink and chum salmon are left below and diverted into another holding tank. From each of these two tanks, brood stock or females who have not yet spawned are transferred to the hatchery upstream. Others are released back into the stream to continue the natural spawning cycle. With all the stress the fish endure along their journey, minimizing handling and location transfers is often quite a challenge.
In warm water temperatures, that's one of the reasons why we built the holding facility, so we can actually hold them without handling them in the warm water temperatures. And as soon as the water temperature goes downwards, where we can handle them, that's when we start moving to the hatchery.
This facility has been constructed to provide an excellent observation and learning area for both young and old. Each day, whether sun or rain, the salmon stream has many visitors. Here they are able to witness this cycle of life and learn more from the hatchery employees and volunteers.
And the rest we send upstream. Like we do all our sorting here, we do all our coho holding here because of warm water temperatures in this stream. We have to hold our coho for a long time. They come in August and they don't spawn until the end of October, so that means we have to hold them for at least 2 months. So we have to have a facility where we can hold them without having to handle them too much, and this is one of the reasons for this facility here. The other reason for it is so we can separate the fish, we can load the spawning channel with whatever species we're going to put in, whether it be pink or chum, and we put a given amount of fish into the spawning channel, and then we lock it up so the fish in the river can't get into the spawning channel. Otherwise they just dig each other's eggs up and you have nothing. The main fence out there is strictly enumeration and being able to divert them into the building. So we can count them and check them for hatchery clips and release them again. The broodstock, we hold all 4 species, of course, and then we transport them to the hatchery because we only have so much room here to hold them. So as soon as the water temperatures cool off a little bit, then we start moving them. So the coho we take generally about 150,000. Chinook, its last couple of years, it's been 650,000. Chum, we take anywhere from 500,000 to $1 million, and pink's the same, 500,000 to $1 million.
It is the rainfall raising the water level that triggers their upstream movement. It is during this time the salmon become quite active. With watchful eyes and good management, the stream maximizes natural stream spawning and a hatchery program, ensuring thousands more salmon are released to increase survival numbers. Maintenance of the spawning grounds, holding tanks, gates, and tunnels is an ongoing process. Cleanliness of holding tanks is very important to reduce chance of disease, especially in the hatchery. In this small stream, an electric prod is used to recover coho. These will then be transferred by truck to the hatchery. Once transferred to the hatchery, the eggs are not taken until they are just right. By feeling for the firmness of the eggs, an experienced hand can tell this one will not be ready for a few days. She will be held here with a few others and monitored closely by many attentive eyes. The females are hung up, bled through the gills, and dried out. Keeping water away from the eggs is important, as water is the catalyst for fertilization. For each female, 2 males are used to fertilize the eggs. This helps ensure a good mix from the gene pool. The eggs of each salmon are weighed and counted. The condition of the eggs are noted, and any damaged eggs or other impurities are removed. Eggs and sperm are mixed together, then fresh water is added. The process of fertilization is over in only 10 to 15 seconds. A final rinse removes any foam or blood remaining. Fertilized eggs are carefully transferred to incubation trays. Here they will remain for the next few months undisturbed, except for a flow of fresh creek water providing them with oxygen. The head of each fish is also removed and tagged. Later, the coated wire tag will be removed by biologists. This will then give vital information as to when and where each salmon was released. By early spring, the eggs will have developed into salmon fry. They will be held in tanks and fed until they become larger. This will greatly increase chances of survival when released into the stream. This and many other streams have shown that the hatchery and the enlargement of the spawning grounds continues to be successful in increasing the numbers of returning salmon. Many streams need more work to repair damage from natural disasters and, more increasingly, man's encroachment on these natural habitats. Through education, understanding, and much work, we are making a difference to ensure the salmon runs will continue. This will allow our children and theirs to look forward to the return of the salmon.